This video is a part of the series where I am teaching you how to become a great community manager and crack your very first job within the community management space. If you haven't watched any of the previous videos where I have taught people how to approach a community, how to understand a community, how and what are the different day-to-day responsibilities of a community manager, I highly recommend you that you go and watch those videos. Now, in today's video, I am going to talk about my very personal journey, that how I came into this space, why I chose the community management as a job role, and how I basically cracked into this role. What are the organizations that I have worked for, what kind of different things and learnings that I have got like in this experience of being a community manager and things like that. So let's get started. A few very personal things about me. I graduated from a tier 3 college and I come from a really small town. It is small, but it is a more like kind of a religious town, and at times my town has welcomed over 600 million individuals within a span of 1 to 2 months, and kind of every 12 years we repeat this. We host close to 600 to 700 million people every year, like every 12 year, and our city gets really crowded. And I'm just sharing this because I just want to be very open with all of the things that, okay, if people want to get inspired from my journey, they should know that, okay, how my background was, what kind of money I was having, what kind of resources I was having, and all of those things, so that if you ever feel that, okay, you are stuck in a loop where you do not want to leave your current situation, current scenario, and you think because you have given too much to it, it's not worth it to leave, but it is sometimes worth it. So my majors in graduation was in biotechnology, and my parents wanted me to become a doctor. I wanted to be famous, although I never tried hard enough to work on something that can make me famous. But after scoring like some average 69% in my 12 boards, everybody was stressed in my family that what I'm going to do, and whether I'm going to be another failure in this world. The people call that a heavy person on the word, a heavy load on the word, and things like that. But somehow they made me join like BTech from a tier 3 college because nothing else was offered to me. Fast forward in 2020, this is the time where my real crypto journey got started. And I just want to be very open. One of my friend called me and he said, just download this application and you will be getting 50 INR. And I was really excited for the same. I downloaded that application, got my 50 INR, my friend got 50 INR, and we were both happy. Later on, after few days, I came back to that application and I saw that there are a lot of tickers out there, BTC, ETH, DGB. And at that very time, I was not sure about that what tickers are, but right now I know what tickers are, and that's why I'm saying this term tickers. At that time, it was just a jargon for me. So I saw BTC, ETH, and all of these different things, and a lot of different charts, and it made me feel like that it is something like a stock market. But I was kind of a curious kid, and I started digging about the same. While I was digging, on Google at that time, AI was not that much prominent, and even if AI was there, I was not much into it. So I was kind of helpless, so I just googled things out, and I was also having no one to tell me about the things that, okay, what exactly it is and how it works, or whether it is crypto and how it works, what's the tech behind. So out of curiosity, I just googled things out. I started to read some blogs of a lot of individuals. I found one guy, his name was Namesh Shangvi. I started to study his materials. He used to be a blogger, and while writing the script for this video, I was trying to find him out, just to say thanks for all of the blogs and for all of the stuff that he put out on the internet at that time. But I didn't found him. I think he left the space, but not sure. Anyways, why I started to check out Namesh Tangvi's work, because he was also a biotech guy, and I just felt a connection, and I thought, like, why not? Let's just read things out from his blogs. I got to know about crypto mining, and I was into gaming. I was that kind of kid who never had this luxury of playing games, no PCs. Always wanted to have one, but never had a good PC. If when I got the PC, I never had any graphics card, and when I got the time by I got graphics card, I got into mining. So mining was a thing that got me into graphics card. And when I learned about graphics card, when I learned about proof of work and all of those things from all of the blogs, it really gave a spark inside me that, okay, this is something that I want to learn more about. I always wanted to make money, and I saw that this financial space is something where very less people know about different kind of things, that what's happening. And I thought that this is a kind of breakthrough that I'm looking at, or I was looking for, because the field from which I graduated, biotech, there are a lot of leaders, there are a lot of players who know a lot of things. So competing with them is going to be hard, versus growing quickly in a space that is still nascent, and still people are not much aware. There is a lot of demand of the talent, but very shortage and very less supply. So I started mining. I used to create few WordPress websites, few blogs, just out of my own curiosity that, okay, if nobody is writing about all of those things, I will write. And when I got to know about mining, I mined, and I thought, like, this is something life changing. I got a machine, essentially a graphics card that is making me money every day. I purchased a lot of graphics card. Now I didn't have enough resources or enough money to buy a lot of graphics cards, so I borrowed from money from some of my friends, family members, and I got 2 to 3 graphics cards in the beginning, and I started with them. Later on, I got to know about that there are something called as ambassador program. Now at that very moment when I was just starting out, I was not aware that these ambassadors programs pay people as well for creating content and doing this awareness stuff. But I just applied for it. I thought like that, okay, I was very unsure that okay, what is going to happen, and like how all this works and things like that. But what I had a YouTube channel at that time where I used to create some random content regarding crypto only, and I had few WordPress websites which were my blogging websites, and somehow I got into in all of those ambassadors program. Initially, there were two that I was part of. I started to create content. I started to submit it, and even while submitting, I was not sure that okay, I will be getting paid. But somehow on a random day, I got close to $1,000 at the end of the month, and it was damn crazy. I was in my second year of college, and suddenly I got $1,000 for the work that I am not even professional at. So it was a life changing experience for me, and having like that amount of money at that time when I really needed that. I quickly invested that money back on graphics cards and bought more miners, because with miners I was feeling very safe that it will keep on getting me passive income, and I can explore this industry for as long as possible. After doing this, all of the stunts with all of these ambassadors programs for almost a year, I finally thought of getting into crypto full time. That's where I started my journey to find my first full time job. And by the time I got my first full time job, I was part of close to 12 projects as an ambassador, created over 100 to 500 content pieces, a lot of articles, a lot of videos, a lot of Twitter threads, and every kind of content piece that you can think of. Lastly, when I got to the place where I got a lot of interviews, around 6 to 7, a lot of were Indian companies, some were from outside India, I got to know that okay, these crypto companies offer remote work. All of the Indian companies, I cracked 3 interviews at the same time, and I was having 3 offers. And I thought that okay, it's time for me to move to one of the cities. So one of the offers were from Bangalore, and the day I was about to move, I was about to, everything was flight was booked. Suddenly, another company where I was getting interviewed texted me that hey, we want to roll out you the offer letter, and this is going to be a remote position. You do not have to relocate anywhere. And I ditched the other company. I joined this, and that's when I joined Bitmart as my first full-time job. There I joined as operations specialist for the social media role. Prior to Bitmart, I was working voluntarily for BNB Chain as a community specialist in India. It was also a paid role. After working for at least 3 months in Bitmart, I got offer again from Binance, and I left Bitmart and joined Binance. From there, my career trajectory was totally into the same direction, where there were a lot of ups and downs. While I was at Binance, I thought like the career is going to be a lot more easier, because for me it was a dream come true, from doing some mining, writing some random blogs, creating some random videos, to being part of the company that I always admired at that time. I still admire them, but during the peak of 2022 2023, I was like, Binance is the king, and that's how I always thought. At the time, I was not much into product, not much into marketing. I was just like a curious kid out there who just dreams of being at one of the big tech giants of a particular industry. Now, after working at Binance for approximately an year, I felt like that, okay, I'm not working at my full potential, and at Binance, my full potential is not being utilized. So I switched from Binance, joined a startup where I helped at a startup to grow from the literally big tech scratch to over 50,000 people within like 6 to 8 months, all organic. And later on, I switched from that project as well and joined Ava Labs. Right now, I am working at Ava Labs as senior community and growth manager for past 1 year and 11 months, and I feel really positive about all of the things that happened. So, in chronology, my journey inspires me in a way where I gave my full 4 years into a graduation program that was into biotech, that isn't real in any way with what I'm doing right now. In my 12th boards, I didn't score well, so I pivoted and joined biotech. After doing biotech, I pivoted from it and got into crypto. Now, this is something that I love to do, and I can keep on talking about this. And that's why I feel that if you are stuck in a loop where you feel that you have given too much time to a particular thing, and now you don't want to move out of it, you just want to work into that because there's family pressure, there is peer pressure, there's a lot of pressure around from the society. I would recommend you that you work hard and find the niche in which you want to work. See, it's very simple. Love the work you do, or do the work that you love. And this is my journey. This is my way of working, and this is how I got into crypto. Now, next, I very much look towards being into very much core marketing, founders with product led marketing, focusing on product, focusing on tech related marketing on all of those things. I'm constantly upscaling myself because we work in an industry where we can be very easily replaced if we do not upscale ourselves. And if you are in any way thinking that okay, AI is going to take your job, as everyone says that AI is not going to take your job, but someone who is using AI will take your job. So be the person, use AI, and don't let anyone else take your job. Till then, I will see you in the next video, and I hope you got some inspiration from my personal journey. If you have any question and if you have any doubt regarding anything, you can like hit me on my DM, and if I will be having any time, I would definitely love to get to do some chit chat with all of the people out there. Thank you.